In this video today, I'll be sharing with you some internet safety tips that will help you navigate the internet properly. So if you are watching me, you are either watching me from a smart TV, a mobile phone, a tablet, or a computer. That basically means you are familiar with the internet. The internet is very wide. There are so many activities going on online. There's the social media side, there are search engines, there are online gaming platforms, there are so many things going up online. So I will just be sharing with you some tips here that will help you stay secure and stay safe when you find yourself online. The first tip I'll be sharing here is clicking on suspicious links. So we should avoid clicking on suspicious links. Suspicious links are those kind of links that will pop up. Maybe somebody will send a link to you via WhatsApp, maybe via DM. I've experienced this personally, and if you are watching me, maybe you must have probably come across something like this. Even currently, I know there are some links which I tend to ignore, especially from Instagram. If you are someone who often have some activities online, like you are into groups, you are into some platforms like that, you're likely to come across links like this that look suspicious and they place some offers. And when you click on them, your phone might end up getting hacked, or your social media accounts, or even your credit card details might get hacked. Another tip is to avoid sharing personal information. So sharing personal information online, especially to someone who you are not familiar with, is very risky. Sometimes it puzzles me when I hear people traveling to a different state to go and meet someone who they barely knew online. Like there was a news some months back whereby some ladies traveled from, I think, was it from Port Harcourt to Abia State to go and see a certain man, someone like that. He ended up doing some horrible things to them, and it was a tragic story online. So you should try and avoid sharing personal information. If you are into business, you should have your business information which you share with people, so that you won't be among those people who will be seeing online that something tragic happened to them. Another tip is to avoid using weak passwords. So maybe for your social media profiles, or for your email, or maybe for even your Wi-Fi, avoid using weak passwords that are easy to guess. I know there are some of us who use our birthday dates as password, maybe your school number, or something very common, something that someone can easily guess. It is something common that you shouldn't use as a password. Now, just to confess something that I've actually done in the past, there was a certain password I was just trying to guess from someone's phone, and I just thought, okay, let me try his date of birth, since I knew his date of birth. And when I just put in the digits, the device opened immediately. So please try and avoid using very easy passwords, something that is easy to get, so that you won't find yourself getting hacked and getting blackmailed by someone who got access to your mobile device. We should also avoid ignoring software updates. So whenever there's a software update, I know sometimes you might say software update and you are busy on your phone, maybe you don't have time to do it. Maybe the software update is something that might take you 10 minutes, 20 minutes, or maybe overnight. You just ignore them, keep on ignoring and ignoring. I know even for my phone now currently, I am still owing them some software updates to do. But one major tip about having a secure device is to always get the latest version of the software. This will keep your device protected if there is a software glitch, if there is anything that is trying to harm the older versions. At least being up to date means you'll get up to date assistance and avoid any stories that touches the heart. Another tip is to avoid oversharing on social media. So some of us who are maybe online personalities, we are active on social media, we like to share, we like to show people what's going on. I know I've seen some people who, I'm a victim of this though in the past, but now as I don't wise up like this, I know if they do them again. I know people who will actually have like bundles of cash, they want to flash it around, take a video of themselves spending, living large, because that's what social media is all about, especially Instagram. People just like to go and show off there. So, although sometimes it's good to actually have a good time and post on social media, but we should avoid oversharing. Because when you overshare, if people come and look for you, especially if you're in Nigeria like this, if they come find you for evening, they will produce everything we show them online and more safe. So we should try and avoid sharing oversharing. I mean, we should try and avoid oversharing sensitive informations, especially personal things which we are doing on social media. Another tip is to avoid downloading stuff from illegal sources. So if you are not sure of the source where you are getting something from, I know sometimes when we are desperately looking for movies, we don't mind where we are downloading movies from. I personally too have been a victim of this. When I was looking for, which show was that? Although that time I didn't have money to subscribe for Netflix. So I've been a fine websites now, any easy websites I can get my movie and watch. So when we find ourselves impatient, we tend to download stuff from unreliable sources. So one good advice for remaining safe on the internet is to avoid downloading stuff, especially like softwares. Maybe you want to download a game and all those cracked version of things we have online. We should, try and get the original version. I know some of these things might be expensive, but if you find yourself getting hacked, it's because of some of these security tips that we are not abiding to. So by trying to get the original version of things and not downloading pirated copies, not entering websites that might easily transfer a virus to your device, it ensures that we stay safe online and avoid being hacked. Another one is to avoid connecting to unaccessed Wi-Fi's or Wi-Fi's which you are not supposed to connect to. Some of us we like our wolf. When we just see free Wi-Fi somewhere, anywhere we enter, just on Wi-Fi, we don't see any security, something like that. We just want to connect. Free data. We want download everything. So by the time you connect to networks like that, you don't know what's going on there. Maybe they are spying on you, maybe they are extracting data from you, maybe they are cloning your online presence, and they'll use it for criminal activities. They'll end up picking you one day and you start looking at everybody, you don't know what happened. So it's because we tend to find ourselves in such positions whereby we connect to or we enter places which we are not invited, we end up getting hacked. So one good online tip is to avoid connecting to unsecured Wi-Fi's. Another tip is to stop falling for scams. So if you get any link, maybe any offer that is too good to be true, I do get text messages like this on a daily basis. They'll tell you, dial to so number, you get like 1 million naira. They'll say use this link, do so thing, you will get a PS5, or they'll tell you will get an iPhone. So all these things are old tricks, but new people hop on the internet on a daily basis, and there are people who maybe they've probably never come across something like this. So by the time you come across something like this, it might be new to you and you might end up getting cheated and scammed. So try and avoid falling for scams either via DMs, via text, via calls, and any medium which they try to contact you. Once you don't know the person, you have no business connecting with the person, you have no business sharing anything with the person, no matter what they say they are, if they can't prove it. Another tip is to stop ignoring privacy settings. So there are some privacy settings that are very important, like putting a password on your phone, on your banking apps, on your social media profiles. All these things are important. If you don't want your data to leak, you don't want anything to breach from your device, you don't want somebody to steal your information, you need to regularly check your privacy settings on your devices, on your social media accounts, and anywhere that you have an online presence that links you to other people. The last tip I'll be sharing is to maintain good cyber hygiene. So having a good cyber hygiene means you have your antiviruses, you have passwords, you back up your information online. By doing all these things, you avoid or you stay safe from some of the data breaches and the security breaches, all these things which we hear going on out there on the internet. So these are the basic tips I have for you to stay safe on the internet. If you liked the video, don't forget to like the video, also share the YouTube channel, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, as this encourages me to create more videos and to share more internet tips in the future.